Back to Leshire Math channel. In this video series, we'll be working through the May 2026 Edexcel International A-Level Pure Mathematics 2, solving all questions in the order they appear on the paper. My goal is not just to show you the answers, it is to help you understand the thinking behind every step. Whether you're revising for your exams, struggle with some topics in class, or simply want to strengthen your problem-solving skills, this walkthrough is purely designed for you. Along the way, I'll point out the mistakes that students commonly make in the exams, explain why they happen, and share practical tips to help you avoid losing unnecessary marks. Therefore, grab your calculator, follow along, and let's begin with question 1. Yes, question 1 is on the remainder and factor theorem. So if we start with the 1a, you're given use remainder theorem to find the remainder when f of x is divided by x minus 2. Now, just a reminder, we know that remember, by remainder theorem, we know that if f of x is a polynomial and x minus 2 is a factor, then it means f of 2 should be equals to the remainder. So what are we supposed to do in this case? We'll set x minus 2 to equals to 0 to obtain the value of x. So here we will have x minus 2 equals to 0, and therefore x equals to 2. Now, what are we supposed to do? For us to get the remainder, then it means we can get f of 2. What we do is very simple. Take the polynomial 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 5x plus 4 and substitute the value of x with the 2. So substituting in this case, we'll have 2 into 2 power 3 minus 7 into 2 power 2 plus 5 into 2, then plus 4. This means that when we simplify, 2 power 3 is simply 8, and 8 times 2 gives you 16. So this one will be 16 minus 2 power 2 is 4. 4 times 7 gives you 28. Then plus 5 times 2 is 10. Then we add 4. So simplifying further, this one will be the same as we can start with 16 plus 10 plus 4 minus 28. Now we can keep this in the calculator. 16 plus 10 plus 4, this gives you 30 minus 28. Your solution in this case is simply 2. So we'll have 30 minus 28, which gives you 2. So the remainder in this case is simply 2. Part B, we are told that hence or otherwise find the quotient when f of x is divided by x minus 2. Now, what we are going to do in this case for part B, let me just indicate a little bit. This one is part A. What we are going to do for part B, we are required to find the quotient. So we'll use the concept of long division. Now we'll have the polynomial itself is 2x square minus 7x, rather 2x power 3 minus 7x squared plus 5x plus 4. So by long division, we'll have this. The factor in this case is x minus 2. Now, we normally use the acronym AMSILIBILI. So this one into, we start with x goes into 2x cubed how many times? So x goes here, x goes into 2x cubed how many times? It goes here 2x squared. Then we'll have multiply 2x squared times x minus 2 gives you 2x cubed. Then 2x squared times 2 is the same as 4x squared. Next we have subtract. So we can get the difference between the first two expressions. So this one automatically gives you 0. We'll have minus 7x squared plus 4x. This one gives you 3x squared. Then we can bring 5x down plus 5x. We start again the process. X goes into 3x squared how many times? Actually, this one is minus 3, so this one is minus 3x. X goes into minus 3x squared how many times? So this one will be minus 3, or you can do it at the edges. So this one will be minus 3x. Minus 3x times this is just the same as minus 3x squared. Minus 3x times negative 2 is the same as positive 6x. What are we supposed to do next? We can get the difference by subtracting. Of course, negative 3x squared plus 3x squared is 0, and 5x minus 6x is the same as negative x. The next step, we can bring positive 4 down. We start again. X goes into negative x how many times? It goes there negative 1 times. Then negative 1 times x minus 2, this one is the same as negative x plus 2. Then at this point we can still get the difference. The difference in this case, of course, negative x minus x minus x gives you 0. Then 4 minus 2 give you 2. So our quotient in this case, we can write the quotient. Our quotient in this case, quotient is given as 2x squared minus 3x minus 1, and that becomes the solution.